It's week 1 of the NFL, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC South. It's the Nighthawks and the Desperados, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, they love their football in the East Bay, and the NFL is once again returned to Oakland, California. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Nighthawks of Honolulu taking on the Desperados of Oakland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year, wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. Oh, he shifts past him. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Back to throw here. And he rifles one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
At the 33-yard line.
2nd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Nighthawks.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So this city and these fans, everybody knows the story. They've lost their football team not once but twice, most recently after the 2019 season. The baseball team, they may very well be leaving town. The basketball team is over in San Francisco now. What a boost this is, though, to have an NFL team back here in Oakland. And these fans, they could not be more appreciative. 2nd and 1. Looking middle, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple.
At the 24-yard line.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And a Honolulu 1st down. That's the end of the
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let him fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, They've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll keep it himself. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable here from the 38. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Man, sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll look to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
In their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on third down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Back to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
2 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Second and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. 3rd down and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he is caught on the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Desperados have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And running with power here. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that's going to tie us at 13. So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
At the 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. That is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Desperados have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Point after try forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 5 at the 28-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Hands it off out of the gun. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 inches at the 30-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And the Honolulu first down.
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Nighthawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught inside the 20.
What a time for a lapse defensively. That turns this game right on its ear. And now, forget about going fast. They might want to take the air out a little bit and force the defense to use some timeouts.
Here's 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 7, a little over 50 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well.
But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here is the home side to take over on offense. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Second down and 6 now.
At the 27-yard line.
Now they'll run on the draw. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. 2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not
this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Honolulu, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.